At the age of 6, I came home. My mother and father abandoned me and my siblings. You know, at being that young, I didn't have understanding of that. You know, and that led me going to a foster home. You know, at that age, I still remember going upstairs and jumping out of a 2-story building. You know, and I don't know, God willing, I didn't die. Then my sister was molested, and you know, I failed first grade, and I felt worthless. I felt like I didn't mean anything to anyone. Through a long time in my life, I wanted a relationship with my parents, and well, at the age of 10, my mother came back to my life, but she was at that time selling drugs. At the age of 13, I moved out and lived with my mom, and she shot me up with methamphetamines, and it just crippled me at that age. I didn't know what to do. I had, you know, I stopped going to school, stopped playing sports, stopped everything, and then soon after that, I was in prison. You know, and I got to stay a decade of my life down there. You know, I get out of prison. 6 months out of prison, I'm having a kid. I get married, and then I have 2 more kids. But you know, one day after losing my kids, I decided, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm done with this way of living. Throughout all this time that I was using drugs and doing the things I were doing, that there's been breaks. And now I see those breaks have been the hand of God in my life. I can look back now and not be ashamed of what I went through and where I'm at now. God has maybe taken my kids from me for a moment, just to give me the opportunity to come places like this, where I can lead my family in the right direction, where I could might not have been able to do so, or if I didn't kill myself or kill somebody around me. The biggest thing that I had to learn to face was myself. That's not my problems, not anything else, was me facing myself. I was married 15 years to a woman that was unfaithful, and because I had no self-worth, I was in that relationship and would continue to just allow things to happen, you know. But today I can look at that relationship and say that it wasn't her. I chose that. And so it's something that was defected in me to even want to continue in something like that. But out of that came a blessing. You know, 3 beautiful kids that I love and adore. It hurts that their father had to step aside, you know, so I could get myself together for them to be able to have somebody in their life. I've seen the cycle play its way out in my life the same way that my mother and them did for me. I know that's it's not God's intention for things like that to happen to someone so young. I've allowed that weight and that hurt throughout my whole life to control everything about me. And so today I choose something different. You know, it's not something I did, man. It's just by staying in position, being here, interacting with men like this, and being a part of something like this. It's just it's amazing. I see the fruits of all this stuff going on around me, and I'm a part of it. I choose to stand on 2 feet, and the decisions I make, I can live with the consequences of it. You know, I decide the way I want to show up in a relationship, and the way I show up, and who I talk with, how I interact with people, and I've come to love myself, man. You know, I've come to realize I ain't that piece of, you know, that I thought I was. To me, the Word of God in my life is becoming alive. It's not seeing somebody else's life and seeing the fruits in their lives, and I have nothing. I'm actually bearing fruit. You know, I can smile today. You know, I can smile even though it's a tough situation, but it's only a situation, and God's got it. And so.